I think he fucked up on this quiz because this is asking the same question twice. One thing I enjoyed about this week's lecture was... Question 3. One thing I enjoyed about this week's lecture was... Your fucking lecture sucked.
You're listening to COVID-18, a podcast that explores young people's experiences during the pandemic. Hello everyone, this is Rachel Livinal, your host, joining you back in Merced, California. Here in Merced, we have a local junior college, known as Merced College. Lyric Adam and I have both been attending this college for the last year, online. She attended all but the last 3 months of high school in person, and she explains what she imagined college would have been like in person.
High school was like an all-day thing. Like, you go there from a specific time. In college, what I always thought was you go there at like certain times of the day and you go home. Also, you're able to get a job while you're in college because you have all this like time in between your classes. And in high school, you only had, your whole day dedicated to high school.
So now, with distance learning, it hasn't been what she expected.
I feel like it's been a lot more difficult. You have all this stuff going on around you. It's hard to pay attention to the lectures that they record, taking notes on that. You don't want to stay on your computer all day looking at a screen.
Which is true. None of us want to stare at a screen all day. But for Lyric, the challenge of staying engaged is far greater than the boredom of staring at a screen all day.
He puts them on YouTube, and then, YouTube has, shitty ones, so you can't really, I can just assume what he says.
Lyric is talking about a particular teacher of hers who records his lectures on YouTube. By now, most of us have a grasp of social distance learning and all it entails. There are Zoom lectures, recorded lectures, and online sites like Canvas and Google Classroom. All of these things are designed to keep us engaged, even if we're at home. But some of us are able to listen to our teachers, while some of us can't. You're hard of hearing, so kind of talk about what that poses for you, how that adds to the challenge of social distancing.
One of the things that's really hard for me to hear is on the computer and on the phone. So when my teachers assign lectures to listen to, I have to turn on the subtitles. And the subtitles are mostly always wrong. Sometimes they're hilarious, but it's really hard to understand.
So she's learning at home. She's dealing with all the distractions of adulting, and she's hard of hearing. What can this do to one's motivation?
My motivation has been really low. In high school, I've always been through those, depressive stages throughout high school, but I had the track team for me. And being able to go to my FFA classes, talking to my friends. And right now it's I'm just stuck at home by myself with all of my thoughts. And it sucks.
I've seen this in her, as I've seen it in myself. When you share an apartment and a room with your best friend, it's kind of hard not to. But although I've seen her downs, I've also seen her do what she does best: fight.
Yes, I wonder if the 18th is Sunday. Okay, so 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, yeah.
In high school, I was never the person to have a planner and write down everything from day to day, write down my homework, but Rachel had one. I was like, you know what, that looks pretty cool. So I got one and I was like, this will probably make me more organized, and it really did. It helped me plan out my day and make sure I get all of my stuff done before the week ends. It's really helped me with my classes.
Lyric has had an added plus for this semester compared to her first one. It's something called the DSPS, otherwise known as the Disabled Students Program and Services. She found out about it while enrolled in her fall semester.
Well, I was taking an ASL class with Rachel, because she wants to learn sign language in case I go completely deaf. So, in that class, I was talking to my teacher. I reached out to her saying it's really hard in my other classes. I can't really hear anything trying to talk to them. My other teachers don't really understand. And she told me there's this accommodation I can go for. And it'll have the teachers, make sure there's subtitles, make sure they have other options for me that I can use.
And how has that worked out?
It's been working out. Some of my teachers, are really okay about it, and they're making sure, they ask me questions like, hey, are you doing okay? Like, are you able to use this footage?
Luckily, some much-needed extra help did work out, even if the college was a semester too late. The acclimation to change has clearly shown its flaws in everyone's personal lives, and for the college, professional as well. But we deal with our downs and cherish our ups while trying to maintain our authenticity. I asked Lyric what she thought the college should do to improve, and what happened next could only be described as, well, Lyric.
Stop assigning so much fucking homework. Are you allowed to cuss in this?
This episode is gonna be explicit.
Are you allowed to cuss in this? Stop assigning so much fucking homework. Thank you.
Oh my god. Next week, we go down south to Pomona and hear once again about social distance learning. But what has it posed to different grades? And what about the difference between teachers and students? This is a production of We Said Youth Media and Youth Leadership Institute. I'm your host, Rachel Livinal, signing off.